Hello friends, Jai Shri Ram. This is going to be a comprehensive video of all the map generation techniques that I use or many other YouTubers use in their YouTube videos. So many YouTubers use this kind of custom maps, like Vox channel has used this kind of a custom map. As you can see, US, Soviet Union and all the proxies and all the proxy wars going on, you will see this kind of a map. Here Iran and Saudi Arabia have been shown, their leaders have been shown and all. So you get the idea. This is how Vox uses it. Then there is this YouTuber, Prashant Dhawan from Career 24/7. So he uses maps like this, that he'll show two different countries and then some animation of some flight or any flying object going, like helicopter is going from US to Greenland, and when it reaches there, then he'll make it disappear, he'll make some other image come over there. Okay, so this is how mostly people use animations. Did I ever use it? Well, no, because it takes time and I don't want to waste my time on designing. I usually spend my time mostly on content gathering, content presentation. I think it should just be good enough for you to understand. That's more than sufficient for me. So in my last video, you must have seen this kind of a slide deck that I had created. I had only shown the map and have colored the various countries in various colors, just to show that which countries are OIC countries, which countries are the OIC countries which are facing travel ban from Trump, which are non-OIC countries which are facing travel ban. So this is what I created. So let me start with the very basics. Creating this kind of a slideshow is the easiest. Let's start with that. And then gradually I'll come to that animation also, how to use helicopter animation, how to make a helicopter move from one place to another. I'll show you everything. Everything that I know about maps will be part of this video. Okay, so let's get started. First things first, if you just want a map, then the easiest way to do it is just go to this website. It is called as mult.dev. This is what will appear. Just go to world and simple. Or if you want a map of only Asia, Europe or North America, you can do that. But in fact, I just want a simple global map. And let us say that I want to mention all the capitalist and socialist countries separately on the world map. So how will I do that? Here I can select a legend. Legend means the color in which these countries will appear. So red is already selected. So I'll first go for socialist countries like China, North Korea, Russia, Vietnam. Okay. See, if you want to zoom in, then just click on this button and now use the mouse roller to zoom in and click anywhere on the ocean and drag in order to drag the map. But if you click on any country, then immediately that country gets colored like this. So now if you're dragging by clicking on India, India is first getting colored, and that's what you don't want. So click on an ocean and you drag. Now I have already colored India in the wrong color, so I'll right click it, I'll say remove the paint. Okay, then if you want the country names to appear over here, then the way to do it is just go over here. Here you just check this check box or radio button or whatever it is called, slider, and you will get all the country names. Now if you want to change their font or their font color, then you can always go to advanced settings. Here you can change the way the borders appear and the font in which the text appears. Means the country names appear in Arial at the moment. So when you click on this, ideally this is a bug actually, this should be behind this popover where you are able to select the font. So this is a bug, so don't worry about it, just close it. Here you can select any font color, like let us say impact. Now just by clicking on it, it doesn't get selected. See, nothing has changed in the background. So you have to click on this select button. Again, this is also a bug of the system. Again, when I hover over it, it is black, and black does not differentiate so much with the blue background colors. So this website has a lot of bugs, but it is free, and that is why I don't mind if it has a few bugs. I can work around them because it is free. Also, there are so many ads, so just look out for this cross and just click on it so that it disappears, so that you have a better area to work with. And then again, using just the scroller with zoom in and out. So to scroll the page up and down, you have to use the scroller, physically hold it and move it. So there are a few problems while using it, but how can you complain? It is a free tool and it's giving you a lot. So first of all, I have marked all the socialist countries, and now let me mark all the capitalist countries. So here you will see that this red is actually a legend, and this legend is appearing over here. I can move that legend also to whichever place I want. So first of all, I have to exit zoom. Then I can move this legend to whichever position I want. Yeah, now if the map is not properly zoomed, I can reset the zoom by clicking over here. I can say reset the zoom, okay, to the proper position. Now I want another legend. So legends get created over here. So this legend's name is socialism, and the total title of the legend should be like economic model. Okay, so here you see economic model and socialism. Now if I want another legend, then the way to create it is just click over here, change the color to anything else, like let us say I want a dark blue, okay, and I'll color a couple of countries in dark blue, and this is what another legend got formed, and this is capitalism, and France, UK, Germany, okay, and let us call it as capitalism. Okay, so it appears over here in the real time. You modify this and this gets modified in the real time. So that's amazing, very nicely done. Now if you want to download this map, then the way to do it is just click on this download map. It gets downloaded as a PNG. So economic model.png, as you can see. So I'll just save it. It is over here. Now in my slides, if I just create another slide, let us say, and here if I just put that map appears. Now I can resize it to whichever level I want. For example, I normally put it like this, then I hold down the shift key so that the aspect ratio gets modified. Again, hold down the shift key. Okay, good enough. So this is how I use these maps in my slideshows. Okay, and of course I put it behind the watermark. So this is how I normally do it. So this is very bare minimum. Now you will notice that towards the bottom right, you will see a little watermark, small little inconspicuous kind of a watermark, said that created using mapchart.net. And that's absolutely okay. If you want to keep it, you keep it. Otherwise you can mask it, you can delete it if you want. But I'll recommend that you have already used their services, so why not acknowledge it? And besides, they are not giving very heavy watermarks also. It's in a corner, it does not affect you at all. So I think you should keep it. Okay. Now, this is about simple maps. Now let us say that will you remember all the socialist countries, and will you remember all the capitalist countries, and how do you add new countries to it? And suppose I have added so many countries, I have created a very complicated map, and then I want this map to be remembered. Can I save it? So yes, you can save it. You can click over here to load or save the configuration. When you say save configuration, it basically saves this data in a JSON format in a text file. So I click on save, and let's call it as economic model.txt. So this is how that text file looks. Okay, so it is basically a JSON. If you want to write it in a nice way so that it is legible, you can read it nicely, then you just copy this, you go to jsonformatter.org, and you just paste whatever you have just copied, and see, it just formats it in a nice beautiful way. You can then copy this and you can paste it here. So now it is in the legible format. Okay, so here how does it form the JSON? So basically legends means groups. The first legend is having this color and this title, and in that legend these countries are there. You will notice that the country names having space in them are changed a bit, like space is replaced by underscore. So instead of saying North space Korea, it says North underscore Korea. So this is just the way this tool, what is the tool's name? Mapchart.net. So this is the way this Mapchart.net uses the country names. You cannot modify this. This is the way it does. So if you change this to any other name, then it won't map that particular country in that color. Okay. So this is how your configuration file is. So these are the groups. So groups start from here till here. It has one group which is socialism, another group which is capitalism. After that, these are all the other settings. So title means name of the legends. So total title of the legend is economic model. Then this hidden thing, you can remove it entirely. Hidden means basically don't show these states within USA, don't show this. So you can remove it entirely. It's not needed also. I'm removing it. Okay. Then there are many other settings like background, border. So if you want to show everything in the default thing only, default setting, then remove all these settings. You don't require them. But suppose there is label font. I have used label font as impact 400. Rest everything I never changed. So I'll keep it. I'll remove everything else. So it will take default setting for everything else. Okay, and this is how, this is the only relevant information that I want to be saved. So I'm saving it here. Now let us say I reload this page even by mistake, or let us say that power goes down or my PC crashes. So in that case, what happens is it again loads a empty map. Now the URL said world.html and that's why world map is there, but, and here also you see world and simple is selected as we had selected. So this is okay, but all the legends and all the countries painted in those legends have gone. So what will you do? So once again, go to this button. Now instead of saying save configuration, you will say load configuration. So you can either paste the JSON here or you can choose the file and then you just click on this button saying load configuration. See, your map has appeared again. So this is how easy it is. Now let us say you missed the name of a country, or suppose North Korea, you did not name it in the correct way. Suppose instead of saying North underscore Korea, you just said North space Korea. In that case, what happens? Let us see. Now this time, instead of loading it from the file, I'll copy this and paste it just for variety, you know. So I'll go here, I'll paste the JSON here, I'll say load configuration. So it has loaded everything, but notice here that North Korea is not highlighted. Let me zoom and show you. See, North Korea is not highlighted. It also did not throw an error. So of course this tool is very rudimentary because it is free. And it is still great. I love this tool because although it has a lot of problems, but it is a free tool. What else can you expect out of it? It gets the job done. But a few things you have to remember. So you just cross verify once again that whether JSON is getting loaded properly, because such mistakes can often slip your eye. Especially if the country is very small geographically on the world map. You might miss it. So just be careful while using this tool. So I'm giving underscore again and copying this. I'm saying load from the JSON and see, now it is loaded properly. Got the idea? So this is how you use this tool. And then when this map is absolutely ready, so you reset the zoom. Always remember to reset the zoom. If you don't do it, then the PNG that gets downloaded will be in that zoom level. For example, if I have the zoom like this, if I have the zoom like this and if I pan it a bit like this, and now if I go down and if I click on this, where are those buttons? Yeah. Now if I click on download button, then you see what kind of a image will get downloaded. it will get downloaded like this. Means whichever was my zoom level and my pan level. Panning means to move sideways in a map. So whatever is the zoom level and pan level, that only that visible area gets captured in PNG. So remember this. So whenever you download the map, please reset the zoom. So zoom is resetted and now you download it. So it will get downloaded correctly. Okay, see this, how is it downloaded? Yeah, it got downloaded correctly. Okay, so this is very basic. First thing I told you, how to have different colored countries in a map in the PNG format. Now how you use this PNG is entirely up to you. I usually just show it like this. This is more than enough because I focus more on content and less on animation. But if you want to focus on animation and if you want to show a helicopter moving from US to China, how will you do that? First of all, see how it looks. So in this video you saw the helicopter thing, right? So let me show it to you again. So US helicopter flies from the US to Greenland. Okay, so this is how Prashant Dhawan has shown it. So how will you do it? So helicopter is basically just an animation. Okay, so you can download it by saying, just go to YouTube, just say helicopter top view green screen. You will get a lot of such helicopters. Now select any one of them. I selected this one. So this basically just has this rotor spinning. Helicopter is not moving anywhere. This is exactly how I want it. I want helicopter to be stationary. Just the rotor should be moving at various speeds. So it should start slow, then move at a maximum speed, and then it should stay like that for a while, and then its speed should reduce and it should stop. Okay, so this animation I have captured using Camtasia. Okay, and that animation is there in the Camtasia here. Okay, so this is that animation. Okay, it has green screen effect. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll also get that PNG which I had downloaded. So where is that PNG? Let us say the world map over here, this PNG. So I'll put this PNG in the lowermost layer like this. Okay. Okay, now this helicopter thing, I'll do one thing. I'll add a visual effect to it. I'll say remove the color. I'll drag and drop onto the helicopter, and I'll select the color that needs to be removed. So I'll select that color using this dropper. Okay, so this is how it is. Now if I want to increase the tolerance a bit so that that green effect is lost, increase the softness, you can do all these things. You can try an error like this. Okay, you can do all these things. Okay, now what you do is this should be fit. Is it fit? Okay. Okay, now what you do is you reduce the size of this helicopter. So the way to do it is hold down the control key and mouse roll. So the helicopter reduces in size. Okay. Okay. Now what I can do is I can just close this so that the size increases a bit. Yeah. And this thing, just mouse roll without anything. So it will. Okay. So the canvas will expand. Now you want this helicopter to move from the US to Canada. I'll reduce the size a bit like this. And you also want to change its rotation like this, suppose. Actually it will go in this direction because through the Pacific it will be easier. But still, you know, just for the sake of animation I'm saying it. Suppose it goes from here to there. So the way to do it is you go to animation. You say custom animation. First of all, what you should do is from here to here, you should only increase the size of the helicopter. And then from here to here, it should move till China. And from here to here, it should just descend down. The size should reduce. That means it's going downwards like that. So first of all, here, the size should be extremely small, right? The size should be extremely small. Okay. Then it rose up. That's what you're showing. So it rose up. So from here to here, it is just rising up. And then from here, it is just moving till China. So I'm just using the keyboard right key so that it goes from here to China. Alternatively, you can just use the mouse and move it. That's also okay. Suppose it goes somewhere here, and then now it should descend. So now you click here. After this animation, you click here, and then, oh, wait a minute. Now, let me do one thing. This animation can be deleted. Yeah, create another animation here. Okay. And now what you'll say is you just reduce the size of it. So reducing the size of it so that it settles down over there. Okay, and like this. Okay, good idea. Okay, now let us see all this in action. So basically what happens is it goes from here to here. Okay, I think I missed out something. One animation I missed out of rising to the sky, rising to the height. So I'll increase the size a bit. Yeah, I hope that is fine. Fine. So, and this animation should be from here to here. Okay, now let us see that in action. Just use the play button. So the helicopter is rising. Now it is going towards the right. Very slowly it's moving. And then after going to China, it should reduce in size. Okay. Okay, good enough. Notice that towards the start, the speed of the rotors is less, and towards the end, speed of the rotors is less, and in between the speed is more, and this is exactly what we wanted. So this is my animation. I'll do one thing. I'll just group this, and maybe I will to this group. If you want to increase the speed, then you can add clip speed. Where is that clip speed? Okay, my bad. Probably clip speed has to be added here only. So what you do is for these juggleries, normally what I'll do is I'll just export this much part. Okay, do it in stages. That let us call this as stage 1. Just export it as a MP4 file, means a video file. You're just exporting it, and now it got exported over here, right? Now you create another project, or maybe just delete everything in this project, and you just use this in the track. Okay, this is how it is. So this is the animation. Oh, it is very grainy actually, but you get the idea, right? It should not be that grainy. It should be exported nicely, and inside this you try to add a clip speed to it. So you right click, add clip speed, and then in properties you can increase the clip speed to, let us say, 5 times. So now that animation will be fast, quick. Now see, the animation is pretty quick. You increase the speed to as much as you want. So this is basically how every YouTuber does it. Now it got grainy. I don't know how it got grainy, but this is how it should appear. Let me just full screen it to you, and let me show it to you on a full screen. Fit full screen. Fit. I don't know, it doesn't behave like that. It usually fits to the entire canvas size, and it does it everywhere. Everything is nice. Let me show it to you on a detached canvas, and it's not zooming in. Maybe, I don't know how it is not zooming in, but the animation is really crystal clear and nice. This is how you get the animation. Okay, so don't worry about it. It's going to be fantastic. Just give it a try. fit. I don't know what is happening, but Camtasia usually doesn't misbehave. Now I'm recording at the same time. I don't know, probably that's a bug in Camtasia. So Camtasia is not behaving well today, but normally it does. And this is how YouTubers normally use animation. Okay. Now coming to the next point. Are you still going to do this much? Probably not needed, because see, nowadays, there is a trend on YouTube that those videos get more viewership which have least amount of animation and most amount of content. So maps are important. Showing them visually is important. Charts, everything is important. Animating those charts, showing a helicopter flying from here to there, showing a head of the state's face appearing, or Xi Jinping moving from this country to that country. Animation doesn't make any sense. Okay, so if you also believe in that and you just want maps, then I'll give you more options about using maps. So one option is mapchart.net that we have already seen. Another great option is using using MS PowerPoint. PowerPoint has a template which you can download from here. So you just go here, just say templates.office.com, and what you can do is you can browse for templates for PowerPoint. So browse templates. Here you can say world map. Okay, choose whichever template you like. Like for example, I might like this template or that template. Choose the one which is free. All of these are free, by the way. So let us say we choose this one. So when you choose this, it will say download. So I can download it, or you can customize in PowerPoint. So I'll click customize in PowerPoint. So when you do that, you can edit this page. Now see, this is a custom presentation that has formed. But what you can do is you can directly open it in your desktop as well. So for that editing, you open it in the desktop. Okay, so open it in PowerPoint. So a new project will be formed for PowerPoint, and here now this is Microsoft. It gives you a lot of options, so don't get confused, and that's why this feature of Microsoft is really good. You can search. So search for slide master view. If you try to find it through these ribbons, it is really difficult. Even I don't remember. So ever since Microsoft started giving this search bar, even I search for options in the search bar only. I don't remember so many ribbons. So you just click here, just search for slide master view, click on that. So immediately your view changes to master view, slide master view. You can close this view by clicking here. Okay. So always, whenever you enter something, look at where is the exit. So I always do that. So yeah, you can exit this using this button. Now here you will see that this is the master slide and it has so many child slides. Out of them, I'll select this one. Now I'll close it. So now that view is visible to me. Okay. Now what I'll do is I don't even want to customize it directly here. What I'll do is I'll once again go to slide master view. I'll go to the slide that I liked, this one, and I'll just copy this part. Okay, only this part. Just say copy. Okay. And now I'll create another presentation. I don't want to do anything in that presentation. Just a new one, delete everything and just paste whatever you just copied. This is the SVG, I guess, which it uses. So it's not even SVG. It's basically a group of images that it uses. For every country, it has one image, and when it groups all them together, then the world map gets formed. If you don't believe me, just right click, group, ungroup. You see, these are the groups. So if you go to Australia, for example, this is the group. Okay. Now the way I would make a presentation is I'll just duplicate this. Okay. Maybe a couple of times. You just duplicate it a couple of times. Okay. Suppose the first thing, what do we want? We want to show the world. Then we want to zoom onto Australia, and then only Australia should appear, and then you should you should give the information about Australia, then it should go to Russia, only Russia should appear, and then some information about Russia. That's how we should do it. So first slide is correct, the world will be shown, then you just want to zoom onto Australia, and Australia should be shown in a different color or in a different way. So you right click, you say fill in whichever color you like, suppose this color. Then again, your stroke color can also change to something else, like outline can be, let's say, yellow, whichever you like. Then you can always click on this, you can go to shape format, you can give it a nice 3D look or a glow if you like. So you give it a yellow glow, and let's make it 3D. So I'll give a 3D perspective to it, maybe I don't know, bevel, I can give bevel better way, this will look better, or you try to do whatever you like. Of course, I'm not a designer, I mean, I'm not really good at designing stuff, but you give it a try, I think you will be able to do a better job as compared to me. Okay, so this is done. Now, what you do is, you can always, you can always do one thing, that you need to zoom to this level and then show the details of Australia. So how do you do that? For doing that, I'll once again group all of them. So I'm on this slide, I'll Control A and then click on any of the items. So whichever is the biggest item, like Russia, right click, you say group. Okay, once that is done, now hold down Control and Shift key and mouse up and down. So this will, sorry, not mouse up and down, just hold this and move it to one side. Okay, so this will expand the map constantly while maintaining the aspect ratio. Okay, done. Now you move it maybe like this, or you want to show it like this, and then on this side you want to show the information about Australia. Okay, so the way to do it is, let us insert some, let's say, table like this, and it will have some information about Australia, and I'm just moving this table over here. Of course, you can give a nice color to it and you do all the designing stuff as you want, but this table should appear, right? And it should have all the information, like what minerals are found here, what is the population, what is the GDP, or whatever you want. Okay, so this is how Australia should be shown, and then once again the world map will be shown, and then once again I want to show Russia now here. So the way to do it is, again, I'll zoom out in such a way that Russia will appear, or probably it's already to the correct size. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not grouped. Let me group it. Yeah. And now let me Control Shift and zoom in a bit. Bas, enough. There are so many objects in it that it's a heavy process, okay, and that's why it takes some time. Probably Control Shift and reduce the size a bit. There are so many objects getting resized that it takes a while. Okay, and then I'll once again ungroup it. I'll go to Russia alone. I'll go to Russia. I'll give it a fill color of, what did I give? Blue, right? Yeah, blue. I'll give it a nice outline of, I think, what was it? I don't remember now. Was it blue, yellow, whatever? And you give it whatever highlighting you used. For example, if you go to shape, you gave, I think, 3D or bevel you gave like this. Hey, what's happening? My PC has hung. Okay, so this is fine. And then once again, you have this thing, right? You want this chart to appear or whatever table to appear. So you go here. It's very heavy now. It's hardly responding. Okay, and this whole thing you need to now, once again, is it grouped? No. So select everything and deselect the table out of them, and select everything, deselect the table out of them, click on the biggest entity, means right click on the biggest entity, say group, and I think you need to move it a little towards the left. I'll do it using keyboard. This goes easier. It's so heavy, it's not even moving. Come on, I don't know what happened. Is everything okay? I hope my PC doesn't crash during this, but come on, nothing is happening. It's very heavy. Yeah, I want it like this. Okay, so this is how I want it, and yeah, something happened here. I'll do one thing, I'll just copy this part. Hey, everything should be grouped. Group, yeah, copy. I'll paste it here. Okay, fine. Now there is a transition called as morph. So you just select all the slides. So click on a slide, Control A. So all the slides will get selected. Otherwise just drag. No, drag drop is not possible. Drag select is not possible. I don't know why, because it's too heavy. And just select morph. So now let us see whether it works. Probably it won't work because you have to ungroup it, then only it works. So now, okay, it is still working. Great. So this is the animation that you will get. Go ahead, Russia. Now the PC has hung. Okay. So yeah, this was the animation. Russia also got selected in this thing. So you can do something of this sort using slides. And I think this is enough of an animation. Even YouTube nowadays recommends that you should be less on animation and more on content. So as per me, this is enough. The only problem over here is once you make this slide, the slide can be saved. Okay, that is okay. But suppose I'm showing so many countries, then how can I remember all these countries? So for that, I'll say use only this kind of simple maps, and you try to save the JSON somehow. Using this mapchart.net, you can save the JSON, and this is way easier because it uses JSON, because you don't have to custom create every map like you did in the PPT. This is easy to do. You just have to click on it and that's it. If you don't even want to click on it, then an easier way is ask AI. So you can ask AI that please list all the countries in array format. So it gives you a list of all the countries. In fact, I should have said, wait a minute, please list all the capitalist countries. List all the capitalist countries in array format. And you can also say that you can give an example also. So you can give a nice example that this is how I want all the capitalist countries to be listed. So when you give an example to any AI is very quick to learn. What AI will notice is, here if there is a space, you have replaced that space with an underscore. So notice that now when AI is going to reply back, it will notice a pattern that here you have replaced space with underscore. So whatever reply it will give, it will also have a similar format. See, South underscore Korea. This is how it is giving you. So these are all the capitalist countries, including India, by the way. So it is giving all these countries in the array format. You just copy this. You just replace your array with that array. Okay. Now you just copy this, and here you just make the map accordingly. So here you make the map accordingly like this, and it is so much easier, right? So all the capitalist countries, wait a minute, something went wrong. Probably it did not. Oh, my bad. I mentioned them as socialist countries. My bad. Control Z. They should be over here in capitalism. Capitalist countries. Yeah. Just copying everything. Yeah, here I'm just pasting it. Yeah, so all these are the capitalist countries. They are getting listed. So since you can use JSON in mapchart.net, I will recommend you to make this kind of simple charts using mapchart.net, export them as PNG and use them in your slides like this. This is way better. This is way easier. Another thing that I want to highlight upon is, why do you want to create a presentation which you cannot export and give it to your pupils? So many people, what they do is, they create very fancy presentations, but they cannot be exported as PDF. When you make a PPT, you can export the PPT as a PDF. So what you can do is, you can just save as, and you can say that, you save it on my PC in a certain folder in PDF format. Where is PDF? Yeah, there it is. So this is PDF format. You just save it. Okay, so this goes easier. Why is it easier? Because now let it get formed now, otherwise my PC will hang. Yeah. So here you get the PDF format, and in this PDF format, whatever watermark also you use now, even that is there. It is retained. Plus, if there are any hyperlinks, and on top of it there is a watermark, then also those hyperlinks work in PDF. So PDF is a very good format of distributing your study material. As a YouTuber, what I'll recommend is, use basic maps, create PPTs and export them as PDF and give a link to this PDF in the video description, like I did in this travel ban video. Okay, this is my recommendation. But if you still want to fancify it, then there are many other options. Like one option is to go to mult.dev. Now here, when you go over here, it will say, it will create this kind of animation also, and you must have seen it, especially in Prashant Dhawan's video. You will very easily see this. So create map animation. So what it will do is, it will show you this page. Here what you'll do is, there are a few things. You can delete this if you want, and you can log in to change the places. You just log in using your Google account. Okay, I have logged in as my Google account, and I can remove the places. I can ask the AI to generate something, like I can say road trip from Pune to Goa and then to Bangalore. No one will do that, but still. Show car as animation, or show car moving on the map. Okay, now their AI itself will identify that the locations given are Goa, India, Bangalore, India and Pune, India. Okay, and I just have to say add these three places. Yeah, that is fine. So Goa to Bangalore to Pune, or whatever they have said, I can change their mutual places like this. So maybe Pune to Goa to Bangalore, something like this. And I'll just say, fine, that's good enough. Now it is generating it. When it generates it, you can export it, and I've already exported one out of the 10 free exports that I get. So I'm not exporting it again for you, but I can show it to you how it looks. So this is how it looks. See, there is a car animation also from here to here and from here to here. Okay, of course no one will go that way by road, but still, I mean, this is how you do it if you really want very fancy kind of animations. But my recommendation is, don't go for it. Another way is, some people say that using these presentations, so let me export it and show you. So when you say export, you give a title. You can also change the orientation. It can be iPhone kind of a dabba. square dabba, square canvas, or rectangular canvas for normal YouTube videos, or a vertical canvas for YouTube shorts. Okay, you can choose that. And then frames per second also you can choose. So it means how many frames will be shown per second. So more the frames per second, more smooth the video will be, and lesser it is, more choppy it will be. But 60 frames per second is absolutely fine, but 30 is, I cannot go to 60 because I haven't taken the subscription. But even this 30 frames per second, which is half the expected one, this is also not very choppy. It can be very well used if you want. And I'll also show you my profile. In my profile, I am having this plan. So I have already used one export out of 10 exports. What I'll recommend you is, you normally just you can even take a screen capture of this using Camtasia, and you can use it. The only thing I'll say is, if you're taking a screen capture, then please mention mult.dev, because they have given you this, right? If somebody helps you, you at least take their name. That is what I want. So of course it can be copied very easily. There is no security also, I understand that, but it will be ethical on your part to at least mention their name. Well, can copying this and putting it in your video, is that ethical? Yeah, of course it is ethical, because they allow you to do it, so it is ethical. Another thing is, this is as per them a non-usable footage, because it is on a lower frame rate and everything, but yeah, I can still use it. I don't mind. So I can use it. The only thing is, ethically what I feel is, you should be mentioning about their name, that this is powered by mult.dev. You should at least say that. That's what I think. Okay, now other than that, if you're using PPTs, many people say that instead of downloading the template from Microsoft, there are many other SVG providers. So this is called as Maps SVG. So you can download a SVG image from here. So if you do that, see, downloading the map world. So I've already downloaded it over here. Then what you do is, you have to open your presentation. Let us create a new one, or let me delete this one because this is very heavy. Let me create a new one. Okay. And over here, what you do is, you download that particular thing. So where is that? This is world.svg. So you drag and drop it over here. Now this SVG cannot be used directly unless, you cannot break it into groups and all, unless you right click and say convert to shape. So now it can be broken. Actually, it is broken into so many parts. If you want, you can group it also now. Okay. So now this is the same thing that we started with. Okay. So when we downloaded a template from Microsoft, then this is what we got, right? So this is exactly what you can get from any third-party website as well. Like Map SVG is usually very famous for very accurate markings of their maps. See, if it is a high quality map, then the indentations of the borders are properly marked, and that is why these are high quality maps. So use them if you're using templates. So you see Greenland and see all these indentations. They are great here as compared to what Microsoft gave us. And of course, there's also groups. So if I want to name label or color China in a certain color, I can do that. Okay, and same thing again. You use it just the way you use the template given by Microsoft. Okay, so I guess I have covered all the aspects related to map generation for custom map creation for YouTube videos. Do let me know if you have any doubts about them. Do let me know in the comment section. And until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much for seeing the video till the end. It does mean a lot to me. Could you also please see the video description? It has index, link to the study material, and also if I've shown any products in this video, then the purchase links to those products. The comment section is open for your suggestions and also for your doubts. I always answer to the first 100 comments on every single video. If you want to support my work, here's my QR code or my UPI ID is amit.shirasao@UPI. Until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram.